If you like this video, hit the bell icon and subscribe.
At roughly $2.1 billion, the Indian film industry is one of the biggest in the world, employing close to 3 crore people. That's a lot. Other than your popular roles like actor, director, choreographer, who are the remaining people on a movie crew and what exactly do they do? My name is Frishia and today me and some of my friends from the industry.
My name is Shakun.
My name is Pooja.
My name is Mitesh.
My name is Anmol.
My name is Darren.
My name is Acharita.
I am Hardik.
I'm going to tell you about job roles that I bet you didn't know. It would be wonderful if you could share this video with all your friends because you never know, you might inspire someone to take on a whole new profession. I would love to hear from you in that comment section. Which one of these jobs sounds exciting to you? So light, camera,
Shut up, yeah.
action.
Ask any filmmaker what's the most important thing about a film and they'll tell you it's the writing. In writing, there are 3 categories that you'll often see on the credit list, and it's story, screenplay, and dialogue. And I'm here to help you understand the difference between the 3. Story. When you have an idea or a concept for a film, that's called the story. It could be 1 page long, 2 page long, or 5 page long. But not necessarily if you've written the idea for a film, do you understand how to lay it down scene by scene. And that's where the screenplay comes in. Screenplay for me is the architecture of the film, is the design of the film, and it's a very specialized skill set to write a film scene by scene over 100 pages. Most of the time you'll have the same person who's done story and screenplay, but then you'll have a third person who's done the dialogues. Why is that? Because sometimes you write a film which is in a setting or is about a character or is about a milieu that is very specific. Let's talk about Mirzapur. You know, if you wrote about Mirzapur and you didn't know the language of that place, you'll hire a dialogue writer to write that language, that dialect.
और ये चुनावी रैली में आप अपने लिए नारे काहे लगवा रहे हैं?
Let's talk about Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara, where Javed Saab wrote the poetry because it's a very specialized job.
थोड़ा गम है सबका किस्सा, थोड़ी धूप है सबका हिस्सा.
So sometimes you'll hire a dialogue writer to give you the flavor of the town, of the character. And those are the 3 different categories: story, screenplay, and dialogue. I hope I've been helpful in making you understand the difference between the 3. So the next time when you watch a film and you see 3 different credits, you can appreciate everyone's work.
कैमरामैन को तो हम सब जानते हैं, but there is a difference between a DOP and a cameraman. See, most of the times the DOP is the camera operator, but take for example an action film like Dhoom or Krish, where lots of the times the camera might be on a helicopter or rigged to a car or a bike for a chase sequence, or even jumping out of an airplane or even underwater. At these points, there are specialists who only operate the cameras for such situations and they will work under the DOP. There's an army of people that work under the DOP. Under him, you would have a focus puller. Now, film cameras work with these lenses that are much bigger and better than the kind that we are used to on our phones and on our DSLRs. The slightest change in the depth of field, which is the distance between the character and the camera, can run the risk of footage going out of focus, and hence the need for a focus puller, whose only job is to make sure that the focus stays sharp throughout. That person does not have to worry about lighting, framing, movement. That is the job of a DOP. They are only responsible for one thing, but it is so important that the bigger DOPs in the industry will always have their own focus pullers and only work with those names that they trust.
The gaffer is actually the main man of the lighting department. He's the one who bridges the communication between the DOP's vision and the execution. There's different kinds of light. Lighting actually sets the mood of each scene or a film. There is soft light, there's hard light, and there's mood light. Those cinematic sweeps, those fancy shots, those action sequences are all the responsibility of the key grip. The safety and the well-being of the equipment relies on them. It's kind of a big deal when you realize these cameras cost about 2 crores.
Showrunner is a new phenomena that we see in India, which we only see in web series and not in films. So for example, Vikramaditya Motwani, he was the showrunner for Sacred Games Season 2. Since episodes were directed by different directors, in order to make sure that everything stays in the world of Sartaj and Gaitonde, a showrunner is very key. Now this person, he oversees all of this. As far as the platform is concerned, this individual is most responsible for the end product. And for this role, one has to have experience in content creation. So that's why usually these guys are very experienced directors who can guide younger teams.
It's now time for us to get into a role that I particularly like, the continuity supervisor. The moment in Spider-Man when Peter Parker breaks a lamp, Granny knocks on the door and the lamp is in perfect condition, well, that was a mistake of the continuity supervisor. The normal person may not realize how time-consuming filmmaking is. A scene that will last a few minutes on the screen may take a few days to shoot. So when the crew comes back on the second day to continue shooting on what they did on day one, it is vital that every little piece of furniture, clothing and hair be exactly where it was previously. This person is basically a pro at the game, spot the difference. Then comes the script supervisor. They help actors with lines on set. Like this.
That's when you say your line, Jacob.
You say it first.
There you go. What's going on?
Is it me first?
And when the director shouts cut and says mark this shot, they make notes for the editor so that they know which was the best take. Another vital duty is to make sure that every word in the script has been shot, because while shooting a scene, a director will change angles multiple times depending on the character. While doing this, it is easy to miss something. The script supervisor will keep their eye on the ball basically.
It is extremely easy to jumble the roles of assistant director and director's assistant. One could be the first, second or third on the set. Depending on which you are, your job roles are different. I'm always quite confused about it and about their roles, and so are the ADs or the DAs. Well, both. So, helping the directors schedule the shoot, bringing actors on set, making sure they're on time, coordinating with all these departments on the day of the shoot and making sure it's a tight ship are all the things that the assistant directors will do. While a director's assistant can be almost like a director's personal assistant and manage their comfort, correspondence and personal schedule. But the job of nowadays DE has evolved into more creative, helping the director take creative calls on shot design, storyboards, production design, research, costumes, work with the actors and so on. DA is in a way is a creative companion. Another school of thought is that AD works for the producer, DA works for the director. Movies create worlds that makes us believe in them, feel, taste and even smell them. One of the key players who create the world for you is the production designer. Simply put, they imagine the screenplay visually. They work with all other departments and give the directors the landscape that they saw in their mind's eye, in a way. If you want to see great production design, I recommend any Nuri Jailan or Lee Cheng-dong or Wes Anderson movie. It creates a very unique universe that you can believe in it. The set, art, costume and light contribute into the really rich and layered world. Another production designer is art director who works in collaboration with the set decorator and the set designers. A large part of their duties include the administrative aspects of the department as well. They facilitate the production designer's creative vision for all the locations and sets that eventually give the film its unique identity.
In post-production, there are mainly two heads of the department, the online and the offline editor. The offline editor focuses on telling the story. He or she will take everything the director has shot and compile it in a sequence that flows well. When to cut from one angle to another is the offline editor's job. The online editor, on the other hand, has the responsibility of making the story look good, from color correction to any graphic work like getting rid of an actor's dark circles to making the entire film have a certain tone is what that person worries about.
Normally you would think that the producer is the money bags behind any film or series or a project, but often that's not true. Producer is the person who brings the whole project together, who brings the team together and ensures that a smooth flow is achieved while making until releasing the project, It is the financiers who are the money bags behind any film or series, and financiers can be in different forms. They can be studios, they can be platforms like all the channels or all the platforms that you see your stuff on. But producer ensures that the whole project runs very smoothly. And below producers, there are two kinds of people who are most important that you would be reading those kind of names when a film or a series releases. That's one is executive producer, EP. EP is actually the main person who has all the budget that the producer has for the series or project which a financier has given to the producer. So the producer then kind of gives it to the executive producer, who then makes a whole plan on, say, Excel sheets and on different sheets for every department, whether it is art department, costume department, makeup, acting, spot boy और acting के staff, actors के staff, मतलब इतने सारे जो होते हैं. So all of that is something that EP handles and kind of ensures what amount is given to which department. And below executive producer is the line producer, and line producer is the person who is looking into daily nitty-gritties of any shooting day or schedule or location, or if heroine की मम्मी बोलती है कि बेबी को जूस चाहिए, तो yes, that is something that line producer arranges. और say that हीरो कहता है कि मेरी एंट्री के वक्त मुझे स्टॉर्म चाहिए, चाहे स्टॉर्म हो या ना हो, बट मेरे बाल उड़ने चाहिए, then it is line producer who is ensuring there are blowers and all kinds of stuff that is required. Yes, so executive producer and line producer are representing the producer on the set a lot of times. Executive producer is probably a person who might not be daily on a set, but might be ensuring on a day-to-day call with line producer that the stuff is going on correctly on the set and is the workflow very smooth or not.
What people don't understand is how expensive it is to make a movie. Without the above-the-line costs, shooting a movie can cost anywhere between 3 to 50 lakhs a day. And in that day, sometimes you're only trying to pull off like 2 to 3 minutes of content. So when you multiply that by a 90-minute movie, you understand why budgets are usually in double-digit crores. All of this knowing that come the Friday of release, only 5 to 10% of movies will be considered hits and make the producer some serious money. The risk versus return is not really given its due respect by the average movie critic. I've only managed to cover roughly 10 jobs in this episode, but this industry is so big that to sit and list all of them, I would probably make a 2-hour documentary. So would you like me to talk maybe about other industries and job potentials within them? Or would you want me to maybe deep dive more into films? You can let me know in that comment section below. My name is Freesia.
My name is Shakun.
My name is Pooja.
My name is Mitesh.
My name is Anmol.
My name is Darren.
My name is Acharita.
I am Hardik.
This is Whack, and I'll catch you again very soon. Ciao.
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 Ciao.